Hello, friends. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Scripto. I'm a prescription written by an eye care professional, or ECP. It's my job to help a patient with an eye care condition. I come alive when the doctor writes me, but I can't start helping the patient until the pharmacist fills me, and the patient takes me home with them. The journey from doctor's pen to patient's home is filled with hazards that can keep the patient from ever getting the medicine they need. Meet Joe and Sally. Joe and Sally saw their ECP today. Let's focus on Joe. He went to the pharmacy to drop off a prescription, but the pharmacist warned it may be expensive. The pharmacist mentioned other types of products that are generic and offered to call the doctor. Joe said okay, but he is concerned. His doctor explained that this medication is best for him, and patients like him can lose their vision if they aren't treated properly. How did this happen? Let's follow the clues. Dr. Brown knows that many patients want to discuss medication costs with their doctor, but the topic rarely comes up in patient visits. Joe has Medicare Part D pharmacy coverage. A copy of his card was in the chart so Dr. Brown could easily identify Joe's plan. She told Joe his prescription is covered by his plan. Kudos to the division specialist who made sure Dr. Brown was comfortable with this information. Give that division specialist a gold star for mastering fingertip formulary and being managed care savvy. So why didn't Joe get the medication the doctor prescribed? Let's check in with technician Lori. She took the call from the pharmacy. The pharmacist said the patient complained that the medication cost too much. He suggested switching to a lower-cost generic. Lori consulted with the doctor. Dr. Brown prescribed a generic alternative. Oh no! Dr. Brown needs a division specialist rescue. She needs a reminder that there is no generic substitute for your product. It's important that she understands the key benefits of the product and stands by her recommendation based on what is best for the patient. What options do they have to help Joe? Hey, I see a clue. Look at that chart. Just below Joe's Medicare card is a Medicaid card. Joe is a dual eligible. He might qualify for low-income subsidy, or LIS. That means lower cost copays and very low drug costs at the pharmacy. Why didn't Dr. Brown know? Let's rewind to check in and find out what happened. There's Fred at the check-in desk. He asked for Joe's insurance cards. Joe gave him a Medicare card, a Medicaid card, and a pharmacy card. Fred copied all the cards, and he circled the information on the pharmacy card so it would be easy to see. Fred's a pro at wrangling cards, but he missed a crucial step. He didn't know about LIS. A simple phone call by Fred to 1-800-MEDICARE is all that was needed to confirm Joe's LIS status. Friends, make sure everyone in your eye care practice knows about LIS. Imagine if Fred had made that call and noted it in the chart. With that notation, Lori and Dr. Brown would have known to instruct the pharmacist to run the prescription. That's all it would have taken for Joe to get his medication and turn concern into confidence. Since you're still here, let's consider Sally for a moment. She is at risk of not getting her script too. She has commercial insurance and a high deductible she hasn't met. Scripto here with a clue. The division specialist did a great job of explaining pharmacy benefit coverage to the practice team so they could ensure that the EHR reflects the details accurately. This is so helpful when the doctor is writing a prescription, but that doesn't help Sally today. Sally needs the division specialist to make sure Dr. Brown's nurse knows about the copay saving program and how it works. Remember, patients may be vulnerable at the beginning of the year when their deductible hasn't been met. All medications, brand and generic, seem expensive before the deductible has been met. The technician can explain that costs will go down once the deductible is met. In the meantime, a copay card will help. Copay cards aren't usually available for generics. Make sure everyone in the practice knows about the copay card for commercial patients, especially those with a high deductible health plan or no formulary coverage. The technician should provide the card, and a little nudge at checkout might just be the key to making sure the patient remembers to use that card. A word of caution here. Don't skip the technician or office staff who handles callbacks. He or she may need to reinforce the availability of a copay card if the pharmacy makes a callback. Just a few reminders before I go. Make sure practices know collect those cards, medical and pharmacy. Be sure the pharmacy benefit card is loaded in the patient record so the right formulary plan data for the patient is showing. Look for signals of LIS and then call to verify. Don't leave commercial patients with high deductibles or those without formulary coverage vulnerable. Use those copay cards. Help the patient get the product the doctor thinks is best for them. Educate the patient about the importance of filling the RX as prescribed. Oh, and one last note on patient confidentiality. As a division specialist, you should never be looking at individual patient records. You've got this. Scripto out.